Or like Elise took in.
Elise. Yeah.
The Fiora did take Ignite though. She's still going top.
I feel like a lot of these early ganks from Elise should be looking at this Talon, just due to it being Swain, him himself having some CC, and Talon not really being the biggest escapist early game that is. But Brand Zyra not very mobile, but they might be able to turn it, as we're Talon probably not gonna turn a 1v2.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, the Elise has to snowball
Early.
a lane because if this, I mean, the red team just outscales from like just with their comp.
A team comp perspective, yeah.
Yes. But
I guess, yeah. A really big thing then is going to be the red team's ability to keep their ward coverage up, because if they can keep an idea of where this Elise is for the entire game, they just need to stall the game and let their team comp just kind of take over the game later.
Yeah, I mean, I know Caitlyn got buffed, and I'm not entirely sure how much that did. I mean, she was picked at Rift Rivals, and that's on current patch. So she's not bad, but I'm not entirely sure if it's enough.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
I think both teams have a really good mix of AP and AD damage as well, so I don't really think anything is being lopsided there. And I think the Sejuani is going to, although have a little bit of a hard time optimizing item-wise for blue team.
I feel like the Sejuani would just like go Cinderhulk into like support items, Warmogs.
Yeah, possibly.
Because Zyra's not going to build any of that stuff. Zyra's going full damage.
Yeah,
so,
but either way, Brand and Zyra kind of just want to use all of their abilities, and then it doesn't really matter if they live or die as well. So having like a locket would just be there for kind of getting people out of a fight.
I mean, locket's always good. So is Night's Vow.
Yeah.
I mean, their cooldown. I mean, after a certain point with their builds, their cooldowns are not going to be long at all. Well, if the Fiora like gets ganked and dies without teleport, like pre-5, they might just lose off that.
Yeah.
Because what are you supposed to do if you get ganked, die, then lose a wave or two without TP?
Yeah, especially in a what I would guess to be a very snowbally lane.
The lane's probably gonna go well if the Fiora doesn't get like the ignite cheese off and get a kill with that. It's basically gonna be whatever jungler gets there first.
So all the keystones and such seem to be correct. I think Zyra taking Electrocute is the only thing that looked a little weird to me, but if she ever finds a root, then she'll definitely be able to one-shot.
You can proc Electrocute really easy on Zyra. Yeah. Nobody didn't go full troll on their runes.
Yeah. Brand also went for the teleport, which probably a good idea, especially in a kind of pokey lane that Caitlyn Soraka do have.
Yeah, I mean, at least in today's meta, you want you want as many TPs as possible.
That is true.
But like Caitlyn pretty much needs heal if she wants to survive against Talon.
Even just the lane itself, because if they ever find a stun or a snare onto Caitlyn, she is going to very much need that. Alright, looks like we're loading in.
Oh, and there's just going to be a level 1 should just be chill. If the team really has anything, I mean, red team has a build, like, has abilities that can take level 1 for invades, but they don't really want to take them.
Yeah, such as the Zyra E.
Or a Sejuani, yeah.
Yeah. I am on manual camera. Whoops.
You should fix that.
I probably should.
Yes.
Fiora sitting at the base for a while, thinking about what items she wants to start. Good stuff.
Sejuani started pots.
That's a little. That's more troll than anything we've seen so far.
You gotta make sure you get that healthy clear.
Raptors could be a little tough for her, you know? Come on.
Is Swain taking D-Shield correct?
In this lane, I would say no, but I guess he just wants to negate the Talon W first part of the damage. Something that I thought was more interesting about that lane was Talon taking refillable potion, because Swain does have the opportunities in this lane, because he's a melee champion, to look for huge E's into W's into Q's, which would just completely chunk him out at level 3. They'd be forced to either use both of his potions or get an early back off.
Yeah, I mean, the Swain does have TP, so he doesn't need that much sustain. He just needs to be able to... I mean, his goal in the early game should be to push, so the Talon can't parkour somewhere.
Yeah, once he gets to at least level 3.
Alright.
I think right now he just wants to try to maintain a CS equal and look for some early poke.
Alright. It's standard clears for junglers. They're gonna go.
Yeah. Fiora just trying to find the vitals.
Yeah. Buff, wolves, buff. They might meet at top scuttle though. Unless they just want to go. Yeah, okay.
She could go to Raptors here.
Nobody went buff to opposite scuttle, which is, at least from what I've seen, like the standard path for junglers.
Yeah, I feel as though Elise could have. Oh, huge damage coming out from the Fiora in the top lane. That will give her a nice early HP advantage. Soraka tanking a few of the plants as well, getting a little bit low there herself. Looking for the Qs, gets hit by another brand W.
Both these junglers are gonna be that Scuttle Crab.
Yeah. And Talon's the one who's pushed in. This could be very bad for Elise. She starts out at lower HP. Sejuani tried to find the permafrost on her, gets the third hit, flashes over the fourth hit, finds the permafrost, first auto attack, goes off, first blood for Sejuani.
Wow. They actually did the same exact path. Like,
Fiora coming down for Sejuani, maybe. Okay, now.
If you are, like...
Oh, wait. Look at the Sejuani. She's coming up behind by 4. This is a huge wave. I don't think Camille actually wants this. Double buff Sejuani. She goes for the Q. Fiora doesn't parry it. Fiora just zoning off Camille with the HP advantage she has built from the vital procs, and they can't find anything.
The elite, like, blue team should have known that the Sejuani would be at Scuttle Crab at that time. At least Elite should know.
Yeah, due to just jungle pathing being about equal.
I mean, both of them didn't do the standard for, like, I guess what I always see, but
yeah,
it's not the best. But
at least
might look back. Go ahead.
At least could have maybe looked for the top lane gank to get Fiora rolling instead of going to that crab, which was, I thought, what she might be optimizing for.
Well, at least wasn't 3. Like, you don't hit 3 if you do. Buff can't buff.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh, Sejuani going in for the gank again. Oh, Fiora just ignites the Sejuani, but she gets Q'd. Can she find the vital proc? The ignite ticking. Fiora flashes for it, but Camille gets the last auto off. Sejuani barely surviving.
Well, that's what you feared by ticking. Like, that's what you hate to happen.
Yeah. Also, Soraka being forced to flash from the Zyra, trying to find a great grasping roots.
Like, the Camille's gonna push the wave in the tower. That's there's like 10 minions in that wave that she's gonna miss, and the wave's gonna bounce back into Camille.
And something else that I think is really huge here is that Fiora used both of her summoner spells, and Camille didn't even have to go for a flash with the hook shot. They could definitely reset something up top lane and kill her again and punish her even more for not having TP.
At least the reacted by going into Sejuani's jungle, taking Crab, taking Gromp. It's the least she could do. I mean, like, you can't gank bot lane as Elise right now.
Yeah, especially with the Soraka flash burnt.
Mid lane, it's too late, I would think.
Yeah, he just hit 6. Talon should be looking for a lot of roams. I think he could definitely look on Fiora, which he seems to be doing right now, having no flash and no ignite. Getting a semi-deep ward into Elise's jungle at least. She's playing.
Bounce, right?
Fiora is playing much more passive, knowing that she doesn't have flash and that Talon is missing.
Looks like she's gonna get 3-man.
3-manned. They could look for a dive here. Camille is stacking the wave with Tiamat, but Elise is around. Sejuani going into the jungle. Caitlyn flashing. A little slow on the reaction time, we'll call that one.
You gotta respect the attempt.
Yeah, I do. It was nice try.
Oh.
Camille being level 6 here. Fiora finally hits level 60. Soraka getting very poked. Brand just backed, but he has TP. Elise looking for bottom scuttle. Camille fighting Fiora. Camille finds the hook shot, but she might not win this. The parry is misused. The Fiora ult comes down. Hextech ultimatum gives him the extra magic damage on that last auto, letting him win the 1v1. Talon finding Elise caught out in the jungle. Gets one auto, gets two autos, gets the Q. Elise smites her, runs away. Ignite's ticking on her. Brand is looking. Swain W hits the Talon. Camille, she has to come back down. Gets Q'd and then outed by the Talon. And ends up dying.
Wow. Well, this game's sort of getting out of hand, at
We
least.
did say it was going to be a bloody game. Well, Talon at least had to use both summoners there. At least could look for something with a Swain flash.
If that at least goes mid, she probably just dies to Talon. She only has movies.
Well, if Talon doesn't have Ignite, maybe. But Soraka gets hit by the Brand Q. Brand finding a bunch of damage. Great ulti coming out, hitting between the two at least 4 times. Wolfie EX just getting caught there. Now grasping roots out of Caitlyn. Can Brand find... Oh, Scorch plus Comet is enough.
Wow. She got dunked.
Yeah, she did. Now, fight breaking out. Talon doesn't really want this. Hops back over Sejuani on the Dragon with Brand and Zyra pushing in the bottom lane. Never mind, she's just doing crap.
I don't really see, like, a way for blue team to get back into the game.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the Fiora's up in CS, but like she's down 2 kills.
Down flash at the moment as well. Camille could just look for a fight here, I believe.
I mean, there's no reason to.
Just try to zone her off.
Yeah, and just wait for your jungler. Like your entire team is winning on like all parts of the map.
Yeah.
You can just chill and wait for your team to come to you, because everybody on your team has first priority on doing everything. If the jungler comes and your jungler's there, you win that super hard. No matter where it's at. But we'll see what blue team can do to get back into this game. They have a Swain who hasn't died. He almost has Roa. He's down CS in the kill, but...
Camille finding the hookshot. Great parry out from Fiora to parry the hookshot. Sejuani is there though. Finds the Q flash out of Fiora. Fiora uses Ignite, but it's not enough to kill the Camille. This Ignite just hasn't been doing anything for Fiora all game, but now the blue team is looking at Dragon. Brand gets a great Pillar of Flame onto the Soraka. Zyra hops over Talon's there with the ult. He maybe can find Soraka. Soraka with a great flash out with the... jeez. Swain ult going through. Too much stuff going on, dude. This fight's insane. Swain W gets him some HP back. The Swain ult ends up going out Talon W double hits him, and then Brand is able to find the kill.
Well, like every time Fiora starts the fight in the top lane, whether or not somebody else is there, the blue team always tries to do at least always tries to do something on the other.
Yeah.
But at this point, like you have no priority mid, you have no priority bot.
Yeah.
And their level 6s are a lot better than you.
Yeah,
And you just get wiped.
Yeah, team fighting is kind of what the red team wants, and blue team is just kind of forcing himself onto an objective after Fiora ended up dying.
Yeah, I don't. You have if you're blue team, you have to figure out how you win this game at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have any easy ways of getting a pick. You have to hit Cocoon.
Yeah. Well, game not looking too good for them at the moment.
It looks like the Elise is building Thunderhawk.
It does. Wait, she could just be going for an early Oblivion or Overhaunting, because Swain with the huge E finding on the Talon. Talon taking 2 tower shots, it gets hit by the Swain W, but he just R's out and hops over the wall. Elise is around though, she could sit in a bush and maybe find this Talon. Uses the plant, doesn't find anything. Talon just hops over another wall and gets out.
Talon has no ulti. I mean, I guess something they can do is the red team's bot tower is pretty low.
Mm.
You could do Rift and then go bot with it, take tower, and then swap your bot lane top.
I think with Swain having the pressure right now, they could possibly look for a 4-man onto the bottom lane, some kind of dive perhaps. Fiora goes in for that hook shot going across the entire lane. Great parry again, but Sejuani's already there. Can they get in to follow up the Glacial Prison? Not find anybody with the Hextech Ultimatum comes down. All these auto attacks are added up, and here comes Elise. It's the Cocoon onto Sejuani. Fiora getting low, forced out of the fight. Sejuani continues onto it, doesn't silence, not the tower dive. Everybody gets out. Fiora the only one forced to use Flash, though.
Red team gets tower, though. They get out.
Yeah.
They can...
That's first blood tower, and they might be able to get the tower down bottom too, but here comes Swain. Fiora's pretty low, but Elise is staying around too. Finds the Arctic Assault onto Hookshot, barely misses Elise. Elise jumps back down onto 2 of them, gets permafroze, keeps getting hit. Another auto, another W, and she is dead. And here's Swain. Gets hit by the grasp. Oh, finds a huge E on Zyra. Unfortunately, gets taken up by the Swain, but the Swain R's. Hits the Q onto Brand. I'm not sure if they'll be able to find anything here. Brand just walks away.
Alright. To get 1. Talon's here. Talon... I don't think...
If Swain backs, he might be able to look for something.
Well, Brand has R.
Oh, Caitlyn flashing forward uses the snipe. Hits
She redeemed herself with the good flash play this time.
True, true. Talon is still looking for this. Oh, both of them are back. Caitlyn will be the last one to back. I think she's backing on a ward.
They both are.
But is he able to make it? A time he flashes, finds the W, gets the huge ult, instantly pops the Caitlyn.
The patience.
Very rewarding for him.
They had both of those bushes warded. Wow.
Maybe they were going to link. You never know.
Got a control ward.
Fiora is still up in CS, though. How do you feel about that?
I mean, that doesn't really matter. Like, Camille is just chilling, and then when Sejuani comes top, she just hookshots in.
Yeah.
And then Fiora's dead.
Especially with the Hextech Ultimatum.
Yeah, because Fiora will always hookshot parry. Will parry the hookshot. So Sejuani ult's free.
And they just start autoing this tower because it's so low, and it just goes down because Caitlyn had to back after she had to respawn after she got completely one-shot.
Yeah, they should. I mean, they're clearly gonna look mid. That's the only other tower.
They're collapsing onto it. They could be looking for a dive, but blue team's bottom lane is moving over as well. Swain, Camille just standing there, gets never moved.
Yeah, I mean,
they're just forcing this tower down.
Rift Herald would make this a lot easy. Well, pretty easy.
Oh,
but...
huge Cocoon coming out on the Brand. He's still in the tower. Swain pulls him in, but he's just forced to use Flash.
Oh, she actually found the Cocoon, but
It wasn't enough. Swain not having ult couldn't. Oh, but huge glacial prison coming out, finds it out to Caitlyn. At least not in a good spot. Swain trying to retaliate with his ult. Soraka ends up going down on the backside to Brand. Fiora finds the Camille. Caitlyn Auto steps on the trap. Batalon in the backline. He finds Elise. He ignites Caitlyn. Caitlyn's going down too. Fiora still looking. Can she find this Talon? Oh, Talon jumps back over, almost gets the outplay, but Fiora is able to find it. She has a triple kill. Can she get in more? Zyra finds a huge E, gets the Q, and she is down.
Wow. Well, I'm surprised that was actually that close.
I am as well. Swain had a huge ult that was just chipping away at 3 to 4 of their people, the red team's health bars, and then Fiora finds the I guess initiation onto a few of the members, ends up getting a triple kill, but Talon does as well, I believe.
Fiora got 30 kills. Okay, well they have a win condition again.
Yeah.
That won't make her even with Camille, I think. Maybe it does. It shouldn't.
She has been finding a lot of good parries on Camille's hook shot, which starts to turn the tide, and then Sejuani shows up. So I think the 1v1 will be very interesting.
Yeah.
Soraka face checking into Camille. Camille not jumping on it, not knowing where the Elise is.
Yeah, that fight was just really disjointed by the red team. There's no need to go that deep when you're so far ahead. I mean, at this point you can pretty much do whatever you want, but there's no need for it.
Yeah.
Because now Fiora has 3 kills.
It still ended up getting them a tower and an ace, so it wasn't too bad, but still a little bit.
They always take that tower.
Yeah.
And Camille's with them while Fiora's stopping. Camille has teleport.
Yeah. Talon's looking for this, just instantly takes out 3/4 of Swain's HP. I thought Swain would be able to find the never move, but Talon barely dodged it, just walking out of it.
They could just push mid. They know that everyone else is bot side.
Yeah. That tower is still almost full HP. Fiora's just 1v1ing that Camille easily at this point. That triple kill very much changing up things on that lane.
It gave them a way back into this game. But, I mean, it's basically all on her. Caitlyn needs at least, 3 items to be relevant?
I'd say so.
You're the Swain player. When does Swain come online?
Swain, he gets a huge power spike after 2 items.
Alright.
Because that's what his Rod of Ages gets fully stacked, and if he optimizes for the Ponting guy's build, then his ult will just start shredding. Sejuani is looping around this Swain, but I'm not sure if she'll be able to find anything, but there's just Zyra there.
He walked up.
Zyra's still just going for the minions. I think he'll be able to walk out of this phase rush proccing. Sejuani not able to find the 4th hit for permafrost, excuse me. Nothing comes out of it. They seem to be trying to contest this blue buff. Elise doesn't have the vision for it. Talon hops over. They don't find Elise, but they do find the blue buff. Now they're looking on to Fiora. Fiora still has parry, isn't able to parry the glacial prison. Huge hoodshot coming out from Camille. Ignite ticking. Dies to Zyra Ignite.
Alright. Good catch. I mean, you have the blue team's vision.
She's flanking around. She doesn't have glacial prison.
They can dive this. Caitlyn is bot with no teleport. They have all their ults.
Wayne has ult and stopwatch though. He could look to zone out a few of them. Sejuani finds that too scary and walks back around to the front.
I mean, if you're blue team, you want this trade.
Yeah. Oh, Elise walks up a little bit too far. Finds this Brand finds the Seer Hookshot on this way and dies. Everybody just gets dove.
Okay, you don't want that. You wanted the turret trade. You don't want
the 3 deaths in turret trade. Now they should be able to find this inhibitor too.
It is global gold. I'm surprised they didn't do Rift at all, but they could. They're in full control. Like, this game is pretty much over.
Yeah. especially after this inhibitor.
They take the inhib, they base, they fix their waves, go Baron. They do Baron. I mean, Bran and Zyra are pretty good at doing Baron.
Yeah.
And the blue team isn't really a good team to contest Baron with. They don't have any, like... Swain's okay, but he has to be, like, in the thick of it. He does have Flash.
Into it. Soraka trying to find wards, but walks into a Zyra instead. Nothing comes of it. Red team, Zyra and Brand, I believe, still haven't backed. Will she find the pink ward? She does. Soraka very caught out. The Glacial Prison lands onto Soraka. Uses Flash, but Hookstop still finds End Talons in the back.
Right.
This could be a very easy Baron for the red team. But Brand's bot. He has TP, but
Why are you guys going top lane? You already took the in hit. It's gonna push. I guess they want to escort it.
Arctic Assault finding the Swain. Cocoon barely missing. Swain looking for the fight. He has Flash. TP right in the middle from Brand. Swain flashing forward. Has Stopwatch. Will he stopwatch? He stopwatches. Gets a lot of HP back. Not enough though. Gets the ult and they just focus him down. Brand flashing forward, gets the Seer onto Fiora. Fiora's stunned. Fiora going down. Caitlyn dies to the Brand ticks plus passive. Soraka and Elise left to defend. Can they do anything? A few of the red team members are low. Elise walking up a little bit too far. They're just hitting the second Nexus tower. Camille seems to be walking up to get the wave, and this seems like it's going to be good.
Alright, I mean, I guess at this point in the game you just run it down up where your supers are and win.
Yeah, slowly but surely chipping away at the HP bar, but here comes Swain. They at least find Brand. Brand goes down, patting the KDAs, but Zyra last auto attack onto the Nexus, and it's over.
Alright. Well, that game was just complete dominance by the red team. But it went pretty much I expected it to go, at least just looking at the comps. There's nothing much that the blue team could have done with what they picked, especially when the Fiora died while using Ignite and Flash multiple times in lane.
Yeah, that really just set her very far behind.
Yeah. And then the rest of the map just got ahead on their own, while the Sejuani just focused their attention topside.
Mm-hmm. Very commanding win from the red team.
Wow, Soraka did second most damage. That's what feels bad, man.
That is quite feels bad.
But yeah,
Ult was looking really good in that last team fight, but at that point, red team was just too far ahead for the Swain to be able to carry the team fight.
I mean, he also had nobody that could help him keep them in place.
Yeah, once he went there, it was just him versus the enemy team at that point.
Yeah, he uses his CC and they run away.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you want to do this because but want to vote for an MVP?
Because okay.
Dude, because I don't know if anybody else does it in this league.
Well, we can start a trend.
Start a trend. I like it. Very spicy.
Mad Life's MVP. You know it's an alliteration. You know it's catchy.
The MVP for that game
probably Sejuani.
Probably, but I feel like one thing you got to take into consideration though when you're looking at the MVPs is just that Sejuani is really their main engage anyway, so she's going to be the one doing the big flashy plays. But that means she made it as well.
It's the fact that like she went top lane. She was where she needed to be, and then the Fiora died 3 times. It started 0-3 because the Sejuani counter the Camille would go in only when the Sejuani was there. Yeah. And then the Fiora died 3 times.
All right. Yeah.
And Sejuani got first blood. Onto Elise, which totally cucked her.
Yeah. Sejuani the MVP of that game. Is there anything else you would like to point out about the match before we go to a
Oh,
short break?
not necessarily. I mean, I know that blue team. I'm pretty sure that blue team was using subs, and I think they had somebody who wasn't playing their like actual
Main role.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
but
Fiora's made roles jungle and such.
yeah, but need to have better draft if you're blue team. And like red team had like a solid draft, and then they played to their win condition. Like I keep
Yeah.
talking about like how bad teams was, but like red team did what they needed to do to just take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they just had just an absurdly strong team.